Rosalind. So we are the 30-year-old Queen of Sicily. Obviously, our goal here is we realise that I've never actually got the achievement for going for the conquering the bits, the Wily as a Fox achievement. So that's really what ultimately we're going for here. So I think our real plan here is to continue our economic development with Rosalind, and now to make sure we pop out a Sprog that is going to be good to inherit both kingdoms, and just as critically is going to be able to hold them, because there will be a lot of Normans who are not happy about, not of English people who are not happy about the Normans turning up again. So we kind of need to make sure we're prepping for that. We are also doing cultural promotion of culture, which is what we need to do in lots of places. So generally speaking, we're doing okay. We're avoiding holding court. The main problem we've got is Rosalind is shy. She's shy and compassionate, which means we're pretty much permanently at a stress level, and holding court is basically the worst thing we can do. So something unfortunate going to happen to Robert. Not if we can help it. Because at the moment, his brothers will inherit if something unfortunate happens to him. We need a kid, and we need that kid to inherit both thrones. Ideally. That's our ideal. But yeah, so eco-development still. Men-at-arms development to support that. We might knock down the city there. We can negotiate an alliance with our brother, and should. We do have powerful vassals that expect council positions. But whatever, we'll deal with them if we need to. No one must ever know. This is good news because he has an intelligent trait. This is almost our ideal situation because Robert's a bit of an idiot and has no traits. He's a poet, for God's sake. God, can you imagine being married to a poet? You trying to jump on the shelves? Stop trying to jump on the shelves. No one must ever know. So this is potentially good news. Because in an ideal world, what we kind of want to have is have a really good kid, then die relatively young, so that we inherit Sicily first, then knock off our father, and inherit England that way. That would be kind of the ideal. Our marshal has died. These are our powerful vassals, and none of them would make a good marshal. So actually, I'm sorry, but you're going to get the marshal job. We do kind of... We're still fabricating claims over here, because we want to try and get hold of those territories before the Holy Roman Empire does. Good morning, Belgian cat. The Flu Found's equivalent Pink Mousey is any convenient empty 2-litre drink bottle. Yeah, I suspect she'd go for that. We did just lose a bishop, so we now have a new bishop. We do have an event in Royal Court. Those we should see to. We'll do that one. Can we go for trying to persuade the Pope to give us a Puglia again yet? I don't think so. No. Because we want to get that off the papacy before we declare ourselves the Parliament, the Sicilian Parliament thing. So levy grounds constructed in Bari. So we do have a bit of cash to play with. So we might as well carry on upgrading these. I bump into a very grave-looking Anna, my metalsmith, hoping that she doesn't bring ill news of the splendid regalia she should soon have ready for me. So we could try and get pissed with her. Let's go and... Eleanor, are you any good? Eleanor, you are a genius. I'm not letting you have the Hauteville brooch. That 20% fertility bonus is pretty epic. You're just having a look. Too late. She's got disputed heritage, but that's fine. That's not a problem. We can deal with that. Don't you dare die, Eleanor. Stay with us, Eleanor. Stay with us. The main problem is we can't lose stress, because we can't host a lavish feast, because it just gives us stress, because we're shy. Fertility plus 15%, piety plus 0.2, prestige plus 0.8, powerful vassal council tax contribution. That's quite nice. We will hold that for now. That means we are super fertile at the moment. Try now. See if you got game audio now. Sorry, that's my fault. I had it turned off. It's because we got obsessed with kitties. It's because we were watching the kitty. That's why you shouldn't watch kitties. Right, I think we probably want to do that. I kind of feel like we should maybe... And we are having an affair though, so founding a holy order is harder than we think. Let's construct a new holding here and let's go with the city. Do we actually have scope for constructing a holding? We do. I think we want to build a castle there. And then maybe found a holy order here. Yeah, she's currently in the hallway. She's having a sit in the hallway. Today's tea, by the way, is the ever wonderful Smoky Russian, which is honestly one of my favourite bird and blend teas of all time. It is absolutely delicious, and I can't recommend it highly enough. As usual, !tea will take you to links to buy tea. They will send you free tea if you use my code TheBrit, and I get a chunk of whatever you spend, so do buy tea, especially as, you know, it's good tea. Other streamers will push energy drinks at you. I'm going to push the OG energy drink, tea. What's not to love? Right, we've got low county control. You're not actually doing anything, so you can go off and give me some control in Bari, actually. 4 years left on that. Give me another claim on Galura. Do you have any allies? You don't. Let's just casually conquer your lands. The Judicado of Tortoli. It's a great word, Judicado. Luna Wolf, thank you very much for the subscription. That's very nice of you. And Topinham a 1985 and Martio Cool, thank you very much for the follows. That is very generous of you as well. Right, we're going to declare war on the Judice Marianu here. We only need our men-at-arms to fight this. Let's just raise our men-at-arms. You'd have to overtake Sardinia and Italy. I honestly think if you're trying to... This is one of the... Someone's plotting to kill me. Can they not, please? But our spy master likes us enough that that shouldn't work. But just in case, we will stash cash. It's not the end of the world if they pull that off. We just have to be very careful bringing up Eleanor. Yeah, but Sardinia and Italy are two of my favourite areas to play. I kind of hope at some point, even if it's a mod, someone does a struggle for Italy. Because it is ripe for the period. You would have, like, there was so much going on in Italy, particularly with the Normans. You could do some really nice kind of modded struggle stuff. Yeah, life is a hell of a lot easier when we can declare war, unlike the last campaign. To upgrade all the farms land? Yeah, so I tend to maximise duchies around different things. So Sicily at the moment for us is gradually being maximised around revenue. So this is our money-making area. I'm not going to spend that because we might need that if we get murdered. Of course I haven't taken a lover, Robert. Oh, we're preggo again. Of course, Robert, of course it's your baby. Of course it's your baby. So yeah, so this is kind of our money-making duchy. And Apulia, and whatever duchy that is, the Duchy of Apulia is our troops duchy. And the reason we specialise around that is because it allows us to make sure the duchy buildings maximise. So the duchy building we'll select here will maximise levy boosts, and the duchy building here will maximise revenue boosts. So just by doing it that way, we just help ensure that we maximise our revenue, and whilst not having to control a lot of territory. So I highly recommend doing that. Right, we have won this war, but do we want to... We can go... Let's go be reclusive for a while. At least we might finally get under our stress total, because if we can if we can go hunting, that'll sort us. Well, this is it. Sicily is really, really good. If you want an area, we are temporarily above our domain limit. That's because we're reclusing ourselves. Oh no, it's actually because we're holding Tortoli. Is there anything we want to do, or do we just generate a random Norman noble for that? I think we probably generate a random Norman noble. I think. There we go. I've noticed the game biases to creating random nobles of your gender. So if you're a queen, when you hit that button, you tend to get more female rulers pop up in charge, whereas if you're a king, you tend to get male rulers. I've not tried much of the new Hoi Force DLC yet. They gave it to me, and I do enjoy it. I started trying a bit of the Italy one, and I really enjoyed the fact that you can kind of do a full monarchical restoration now. But I kind of just was left with the feeling that it would probably be more fun to do in multiplayer, where you could turn around and go, right, I'm going to turn Italy into like an absolute naval power that rivals Britain by just going full. So you could go full ham naval with Italy in support of, say, a full land-based Germany. Kid, Prince Walter, you are very much a Walter and not good at anything, and you may be about to visit the downstairs dungeon. I feel like Walter is going into the downstairs nursery, chat. Because the issue we've got, we just need to check England. Yes, so Eleanor is in line for that throne. So yeah, Walter, sorry, buddy. Rip our chances of getting under our stress total. Yeah,
to the downstairs nursery with him.
Yeah, I think to the downstairs nursery, you're right. And the Corot, the Fondle, and Troutbridge, thank you very much for the subs. Feel free to ignore the hype train, chat. Feel absolutely free. He is going to have to go in the downstairs nursery. Sorry, Walter. May you grow to be strong and wise in the daycare of spiders. I mean, at least we'll be very capable of stress-deathing ourselves. I might remove the fertility stuff now. I mean, we are on lifestyle focus, so we can get to restraint relatively quickly. Kind of just do want a spare. So, do I need to impress him? So the risk is, if you remember from our last run, one of the issues we had in our last run was our husband dying too early, and the kid we didn't want to inherit the Byzantine Empire, who was a very bland Alan, inheriting the Byzantine Empire. Children are born innocent as long as they are born with the relevant stats. Then they are absolutely born innocent. We need to help him defend that, because that's our kid's inheritance, and we are not losing. Fuck me, husband dear. Rebels much? Jesus Christ. Oh God, we might not be able to control that, you know. We might not be able to win that. We will try. We'll give it a good solid. We'll give it the old college try. We've got enough money in the bank to run the armies for a while, so we will give it a go. I'm actually gonna. Are we generating cash with our full armies raised? I think we are, pretty much. Yeah, okay. Yeah, look at that. We're at the point, thank God, where we're actually cash positive with our full armies raised. We can win this if we can snipe some of his armies. Get around there and then let's see what we can do. Commanders wise, we've got a siege guy. We do want anatomical studies and we're going to want restraint. Ideally we want an heir and a spare, basically. Yeah, I don't think we're going to win this. Because he's going to be stupid and try and take them on before we get there. He might not. Walter's only going to grow up and bang on about his days as a Varangian guard, even though he's never been in the army. Yep. Okay, we might... If we can persuade him to follow us... After he's nabbed that siege... We might win this. No, there's 8k troops there. We need those armies to split up. I don't really want mercs. I mean, at least our kid's going to have an inherited claim on England. So maybe actually we're just setting up the fact that we're going to need to do Norman Invasion of England 2.0. Have you ever heard of the Museum for Luftfahrt? I've not. Where is Wenger Road? It should go on my list. Would you casually use the word flat to refer to a single family detached house? No. Hello, Napoleon. How are you? How are you doing? Yeah, I know, she was in here a minute ago. I know, buddy. She doesn't mean you any harm, though. I don't think we can win this war. Not unless they do something really fucking stupid. Essentially, the best thing we can do is lurk in areas, split this force up. Like, we're not losing money, so we can keep these armies raised. So I think this is an example of where you want to lurk in supply. We could go and siege down Cornwall. We could go and siege down Cornwall. Problem is, he's about to get London. We might have to go for Norman Invasion 2.0. Which would be quite fun. Totally doable. We can call a hunt, we should do. We are no longer overwhelmed by stress, chat. Go us. Because we can't hold court because we know it's just going to stress us out. Discussing with an American about how house and American vernacular is now synonym for home. Yeah, it wouldn't be in the UK. No one must ever know. He's going to be a good kid. He knows! Right. We really need to take those fertility things off. So let's lose the fertility trinkets. Which is annoying because that regalia build gives us bonuses. We can put it back on once we can take the relevant lifestyle focus. Hello, Napoleon. What's up? I think his big concern is he didn't get access to his own duvet last night and he's still a bit salty about that. If those troops split up, we could take them, but we can't take them if they don't split up. So essentially, at the moment, the best thing we could hope for is a white peace, and I don't think that's going to happen. If he had allies, this wouldn't be a problem. Pandolf, our stupid brother, has been overthrown, I believe. Do you want to come back to court? We'll give you some territory. Like, we gain stress for just inviting him to court. Outrageous. You can get in prison. This is actually quite the smartest I've seen the AI behave in army terms. Just keeping all its armies together. Eleanor is strong. Nice. She has lost Sicily. Motherfucker. As I slid between the sheets to join Robert, I was horrified to find oozing blisters on his most private parts. How could be in such a disgusting affliction? Get out! Outrageous. I'm even less inclined to help him win this war now. Yeah, honestly, like, if they split up, we could deal with it. Robert! A genius. You will absolutely do. Okay, that's good. We now have an heir and a spare. I feel he's a William. And we're going to call him William because I suspect he might have to reconquer Britain. Small trail of sweeties to draw a section of the army away for smiting. Well, yeah. Right, we now have heir and a spare, so that's perfect. And we're not shagging our husband anymore because of his... Don't die on us, William. Because of his sickly bits. Yeah, we've taken the fertility stuff off. We're on the medicine focus for health boost at the moment, so we're fine. You know the real father? No, go away. Somewhat ironic in a way, because we have essentially just created a King William the pseudo-bastard. This is seriously smart by the AI, and I've not seen the AI be this smart in a long time. Absolute respect to the AI here. Saucy readings. Lately I can't help but notice the gaggles of giggling maidens and usually austere warriors gathering in dark alcoves to listen enraptured in a book. Culture comes in any form, let them read. Yeah, let them read. Which gives us enough for a learning perk, which gives us restraint, which we will take for now. We will indulge in drink, because that loses us some stress, and we will seclude ourselves. We are going to want to raise our own kids. I think we're definitely going to need to reinvade England. They're going for him now, and we can't back that up. Can we murder the guy? We could if we weren't compassionate and shy, and that was going to massively stress us out. As things stand, our daughter should get, and son should get those claims, shouldn't they? Yeah, look, he's already got a claim. He's got an implicit claim on the Kingdom of England, which I think is because he will keep. I think he will keep that even if he gets dethroned. Worst case, we can try and put our husband back on the throne of England, which is probably actually the better way of doing it. We let him lose this war, then we try and reinvade England with our own allies. I think that's actually what we want to do, and we want to disband these armies. This war is lost. We can't win this war. So all this is doing is essentially costing us money. Wasn't Bonnie Principality theoretically Italian, so we're very early Jacobites? Yeah, like I say, we're just Normans doing Norman things, you know. It's perfectly normal, like, to the Normans, like, an invasion of England isn't special, it's just a Tuesday. We do have our claim on Galura, and we should go for that. We might need to raise more than... we'd like. We do have some prisoners that can be ransomed. Sure. 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 I can also declare war on the Pope. Let's not declare war on the Pope. How about we don't declare war on the Pope? We'll wait for the time to delay to expire before we do this. We don't want him sniping our little troops. Walter is an unusually calm child. Good for you, Walter, in jail. Are you old enough to educate? You are almost old enough to educate. You are going to be decent at intrigue. I feel like you are going to be intrigueful. And we are going to educate you ourselves so that we can avoid you getting traits we don't want. William, let's see how you develop out. Can ransom, yes. Right, can we raise troops now? Yes. Let's take the full army. Just go smack them around a bit. Ooh, enjoy your boat. Have fun. Don't drown. Right, so Hubby Dear lost his war. Are you Norman? You are. You little shit. You just stole my head of culture. Right, let's leave a siege force there and let's just go smack them around. Or rather, at least kind of just go siege that instead. Because we can always reinforce back. Right, he's going to try and navally invade that. It's like, yeah, sure, Jan, have fun. Because the main army is going to come back the moment he tries it. Hello, boys. Hello, Napoleon. Oh, don't look so full of woe. You're fine. Stop being so woeful. Ooh, we sold another fertility boost. And you're going to sit there, are you? Right. That's where you're deciding to sit, is it? That's where you're sitting. I see. We now have Woeful Cat. Because he knows if he sits there, he's in front of the view of chat. So he knows I have to pay him attention. I know. So much woe. So much woe. It's hard being loved. It's hard when you're so loved. Woeful Kitty is woeful. Poor woe. So we've got some serious fertility boosting brooches. Right. Did our kids keep their so we've now got the ancient scarab brooch, which actually gives us a small health boost as well. And a prowess boost. So given that we've got celibacy on, we might as well quit these again. And we do want to grant you to a noble Norman culture. I think it's time. We've got the cash to do it. Let's get our Templar castle building. Well, it might not be Templars, but that's what we want to give to a Holy Order eventually. We won't be able to, because there's no way we're going to get to the Holy Order stuff, because we were shagging around. Because we'd need to be a minimum of devoted, and we're not even dutiful yet. But our kids should be able to do it. So him and Foster Kitty are eating within visual sight of each other at the moment, which is our step one on getting them acclimatized to each other. And then we're periodically swapping the duvets around so that they can smell each other. And yeah, you saw little Foster Kitty earlier. She was scampering around in the background here. But yeah, Kitty is full of woe. I mean, he's also snoring. But he's mostly full of woe. Grab a picture of him for later. Right. So, did our kid keep the claim on England? No. Which means we need to put our husband back on the throne of England. Because our kids aren't going to have it. They will get Essex. I wonder if they will get an unpressed claim when he dies. Because that's a pressed claim. Because if you've got a pressed claim, don't your kids get an unpressed claim? So I think we start really prepping now for our re-invasion of England. So we need to make sure we've got all the troops, and we need to start massively pushing on eco and troop numbers. Right. Promote culture. Give me some more Norman territory, please. There's no point us pushing for more territory in Italy at the moment. Increase control in places that need more control. Today's tea is Smoky Russian, actually, which I absolutely fucking love. I need to get them to send me more Smoky Russian. They've also, I will do it next Sunday stream, probably. They've also sent me this year's tea advent calendar, so I can have a look at it. I'll show you that on stream next week. Which looks glorious. Essentially, each different day has a different tea bag in it, so you can try different teas every day. It's really nice. So I get to have my tea advent calendar. I get to have my tea advent calendar in the morning, and then my port advent calendar in the evening. It's what Jesus would have wanted. Right, so we still need to boost our income and revenue generation yet. Can we actually build any useful duchy buildings yet? Yes, we can build. We just need the cash for that. And we can build tax assessors, which I think is probably the best option in there, because it's going to boost our income. She's a trained healer. Do we actually have... Damn, she's expensive. She is a syphilitic blind trained healer. Sure, why not? You are going in the tyranny. He's trying to take your territory off of you, isn't he? I mean, that kind of depends on what troops he can raise. We might be able to win that. We might be able to win that, you know. Let's try and help him. Essentially, he's trying to take London off of him. Because he hasn't called in his allies. She has learned Anglic. Nice. Good work, Eleanor. Good for a surgeon to be blind. Yeah, exactly. You know, what could possibly go wrong? We need to appoint... Oh, we need to make sure we've got a court tutor as well. Melina, you can be court tutor because you're good at it. Court physician. Did we just recruited someone? She just joined our court. She just like instantly die or something. Because that's really annoying. Fuck, where's she gone? That's annoying. We're now actually losing money with our troops raised, which is not fun. But that might just be because we're embarked. Yeah, we're going to go into debt. That is not fun. And the Pope doesn't like us enough to give us money, I'm guessing. Would you like an artifact? Do I want to give him the Hauteville brooch? Look, you know what, Pope, have this thing that's going to boost your fertility. And then give me some gold, please. She's on the list as terrible. She shouldn't be fucking terrible. I know she's blind, but I'm not going to ask her to do surgery. No, Bill. Thank you very much for the hot follow. Right, that secures us in financial terms. Where the army at? Army is boating its way round there. I might actually get some more Huskarls and Varangians. I think my ideal would be, let's land in Kent. We can cross there. I think my ideal would be if we can get up to maximum men at arms. We need to get rid of the boats. They're still well supplied, which is good. We want Know Thyself and we want Pedagogy, so we'll take Pedagogy next. How is William looking? He hasn't picked up a trait yet, so we don't know what he's going to be good at. Yeah, so we only lose 8 with fully armies raised. Pedagogy. So we will finish this siege of Kent, because we might as well. Motherfucker! You little shit! I'm trying to win your war for you. You syphilitic little shit. Yes, I know that none of our children are actually yours, but that's not an excuse to try and kill me. What an arsehole. What ungrateful arsehole. We have got St. Nicholas's hip. Clearly he was not using it. Right, if we fight them, do we win? Absolutely win if we fight them there. Right, William is very much looking to be a better man than his father. Right, we're going to unsiege Essex and we're going to get our supply back up. Yeah, father in inverted commas. I can't imprison him because he's not my vassal. Oh, he's going to try and unsiege that. Okay, sure, Jan. Let me know how that works out for you. I'm pretty certain I'm going to catch you now. The Battle of Hastings, of course it is. Oh no, my marshal's injured. Battle of Hastings, Napoleon. Right, I think we want to unsiege that. We might want to have a think about alliances here. Because I'm not convinced we've got good alliances at the moment. We need a new steward. You are a powerful vassal and not terrible at it. So, sure. I know, we got another Battle of Hastings. Welcome to chat. Right, we're going to leave a siege force here. And we're going to go and try and fight them. You just died, so let's put another... Oh, damn, we haven't got very good leaders, have we? That is problematic. You should win. This is very medieval matriarch. We're essentially having to fight wars on behalf of our idiot fucking husband, who's also trying to kill us. Right, I want to get some supply back before we go after his capital. I knew that was going to fucking happen. Fuck you. Knew we were in trouble. Right, we need to marry someone off. Eleanor. Kingdom of France, you say? Oh, and I'll go matrilineal. The direct-to-video sequel, yeah, pretty much. Right. So what we're going to do is we're going to go sit on his capital. King of France. Would you care to come join me and deal with the Tuscans for me, please? I mean, is there anyone we can betroth William to temporarily to also help with that? Piedmont doesn't feel that useful. Norway we've kind of already got an alliance with. Brittany. Brittany kind of feels like it would be appropriate. 4k troops, not bad. And she's only one, so... it's going to give him a ton of prestige as well when it happens. Yeah, we'll go with that. Sweet. Guys, can you go deal with the Tuscans for me? You go deal with my idiot fucking cousin. Thanks. My idiot cousin needs dealing with. Oh no, my lover's injured. I mean, we've got good kids at this point, so I'm not that fussed if he dies. Essentially, we win this siege, we win the war. He'll go and unsiege Kent, don't care. I have an errand to take care of. Do I? I have a royal court. I have a new artifact. Oh yeah, wasn't that our bone of whatever? St. Nicholas. We haven't... why are we not... oh, we are displaying a scallion. It's a bit of a piety boost. There we go. Have a skull. That's a very odd looking hip bone, but sure. Hello, Napoleon. I know. Woe. So much woe. So much woe. Oh, so much woe. There you go. I'll hold your paw. Does that help? Lost a councillor. We did lose a councillor. We lost 2 councillors. That's just... losing 1 councillor is bad. Losing 2 councillors is just reckless. Hello. You need to learn laps. You'd be much happier if you learned how laps work. You could be sitting on my lap here in the nice cozy warm, rather than sitting on the wooden table. We need a new spy master. Oh no, our spy master was really good. You will get it because you're very good. One year ago I was seen as a big danger by the same kitty. I know. I know. Lots of woe. I've gained a stress level, because of course I have. We can call a hunt. Let's call a hunt, shall we? I know. I know. She's been in the room. She's been in the room with the other kitty. Yeah, I am his emotional support human. He's just worked out that if he stands here, I can't see chat, so this is his way of kind of going, notice me, senpai. But he's alright, he's not harming anyone. Oh, scritches. Kitty needs scritches. Right. We need them home. Is it quicker for us to disband and then bring them back up again? Probably is, isn't it? If only because it'll give us a period of income. We could disband in Brittany, because Brittany's technically a friendly area. It should be his son. It's King William II. Who now has no allies. Essentially, we've just massively weakened England. So it is ripe for our new Norman invasion when we can do it. Because I think we don't have an excuse to declare war on him. Our husband does. If our idiot husband went for the crown again, we'd back him up. Right, you can now disband. It's going to take 7 months. I think that's worth it to get 7 months of income, because the French are doing a decent job down here. French and now Brittany's in the area as well. They're not sieging down our capital. That's the main thing. I'd really like to get an alliance with the Byzantines in the short term. Although there's no way to conclusively prove it, Duchess Noaya, the wife of Duke Carol of Upper Lycesius, Dinuta is not the daughter of Jersey, but the son of father by my grandfather. Oh, Robert, you old fox, you. Right, can we raise armies yet? 3 months. We will move our rally points to there. No, actually we won't. We will rally. Someone died again. All of you are terrible, but you're also powerful vassals. But you're not terrible. You can also now try and get that territory off the Pope for us again. I feel like we should. 10 years though. Go for it. Someone can be sponsored. She's very competent. Can't really afford it right now. That's only 25. Fine. Go. She's now in our court, so we can always appoint her as a thing. Yeah, go for it. Right, can we raise troops now? Move that to there. Once that delay ticks down, we'll raise. Holy Roman England, it could be. Basically, England is very fragile. We'll do that because that's just going to give us some stress relief, which is useful. Trust your instincts to bring me something great. Right, let's go kick some Tuscan ass. because they'll join on us now. Which is useful. Histofact. In World War II, Coca-Cola was operating bottling fronts on the front lines in the European War, which is really kind of the origin point of the whole Coca-Cola as an all-American thing. And Coca-Cola did this in return for getting the not really having their sugar rationed. They basically just offered free Coke to troops on the front line. And that meant they didn't get sugar rationing at home, which meant they could carry on supplying Coke at home. And it all went very well for them. Can you just go and actually do what you are meant to be fucking doing, please? Because I really would like to not have this army in the field. Yeah, Fanta is basically Nazi Coke. Well, not strictly, but it is what they had to make in Germany when they couldn't get access to Coke syrup. The guy who ran that company, the Coke company over there, is absolutely fascinating. Really, really fascinating guy. At some point I should do a thread on him. Or possibly do him as a character in my... if it comes off. Basically I've been working with a studio that do radio shows because they want me to do... They've pitched to Radio 4 doing a sort of show version of my Twitter threads. And it's actually gone through to the last round of commissioning. So it's not impossible that you might hear me talking about history on Radio 4 in the near future. Which would be fun. Right, do we want it to be content? We don't want it to be fickle or trusting, so weirdly content is probably the best of those. I'm not paying them off. If we can catch them... yeah, we're not going to. Right, learning lifestyle. That gives us know thyself. Is there anything else on this we really want? I suspect we should switch to stewardship. And just really push eco. Actually, we need to go... oh, we've got Groom to Rule already. Yeah, I think we go stewardship and we push on eco dev. I think Min Pin Kitty, was there something about some senior Nazi that was addicted to Coke so it got smuggled in? Not quite. You're thinking of Marshal Zhukov, the Russian marshal, who was absolutely addicted to Coca-Cola. He started drinking it when he was visiting Eisenhower. And so Eisenhower used to ship him Coke in secret. And to make sure that it was not visibly Coke, it didn't have any of the colourings in it. So Coca-Cola used to make a colourless version of Coca-Cola purely so that it could be shipped in diplomatic shipments to Marshal Zhukov. Yeah, played by the one and only Jason Isaacs in Death of Stalin, which is one of my favourite films ever. Do we go domain focus or do we go wealth focus? I feel like domain focus is actually slightly more useful to us. Can we catch them? No. Oh, I hate it when this happens. You basically end up in this thing of just running around the mountain at each other. It's like, I just want to smash your army so I can win this war. Can you please come here? You need to watch with Death of Stalin. It's such a good fucking film. It's so good. It's just all the lines like, well done, Walter. Nice to know you learned a language in jail there. Just like when they find Stalin on the floor and they're like, we should send for a doctor. And the other one's like, yeah, we probably could if we hadn't imprisoned all the good doctors. Right, is there anyone actually we can ransom? No. Oh no, Rocky has low durability. Well, at least we got some cash now. Right. Will does need a guardian. So we could guardian him, we just need to make sure we don't give him shy or compassionate. The alternate is we guardian him to someone else who's got good traits. I don't think we have anyone else. Because we haven't got a lover anymore, so I think we just have to educate William. Do we still have a court tutor? Still salty about this. Do still have a court tutor, that's good. Right, we do have enough to build our duchy buildings. So let's get tax offices down here. So the reason we're doing that, and this is what I was saying about maximising your duchies, because that's going to give us plus 10% on all income in the duchy. And because we've maximised this duchy around income, that's going to massively benefit us, because that means it's going to benefit us more. Meanwhile, over here, we will turn around and build the stuff that's going to maximise levy size, because we've maximised this duchy around levies. So this is going to really have a massive boost on us in over here. So essentially we're about to get 20% more troops just from all of that area, and we're going to get 10% more income from that area, which is the stuff we control. Death of Stalin reads to me like, yes, ministers transposed to a different set of instruments and different occasion. Yes, that's very much what it is. That's why I love it. We can't hold court. Right, we do have strong allies now. Could you possibly... You're feeling fine. Could you maybe go into the dungeon and not feel fine? Thank you very much. Pope will give us gold. I feel like that's actually in our interests. Because I do think we want to push eco. What do we need to upgrade that? It needs a keep building or its upgrades. We've only got a mott. Give me a keep. These are all level 1 castles and could be do with being higher. But let's do eco dev. Bari, give me level 2 hunting grounds. Right, so we've just done another round of building. Yeah, just take us a bit more time, that's fine. Yeah, it's very Spinal Tap. Like, it's that kind of thing. I love that kind of stuff where it's sort of escalating fast with a kind of grounding that makes it feel proper, which is like what I did with Brexit tapes. Right. William is being educated by us. He is stewardship and learning, so actually, yeah, stewardship is right for him. Morella's writing poetry, apparently. We've got 9 years left on that. Do we want to just get a better... I know it's going to piss him off. But that vassal would give us 17. Can we befriend her? Did we not take befriend? That's annoying. Befriend would give us a 20% boost. Can we... Have we got any courtiers we can marry to someone... Because if we've got courtiers that we could marry off to someone with ridiculously good stewardship... How much to recruit you to court? 20, that's fine. Find a spouse. Svatopuk. Come join my court. Everyone loves Zukov. Who doesn't love Zukov? Well, Beria. But apart from Beria, who doesn't love Zukov? There we go, that's down to 5 years. Shows you the difference that can make. Right. So, I didn't think he'd last very long. Has he basically been usurped by his mother? That's quite impressive. Did we just inherit something? I feel like we just inherited something. Oh no, it's because Venosa has just finished. Which is going to be our Crusader castle. We got tapestry. Cheaper mercenaries, court grandeur, renown. Yeah, it's okay. We'll put it on display. Who doesn't like a tapestry? Oh man, my wife's cooking a roast dinner today because we've got guests over, and I can smell the roast chicken just starting to roast, which is amazing. Yes, Minister and yes, Prime Minister hold up to a terrifying degree. They do, because they were never really satires of the time. They were satires of just a general relationship between power and civil service. So I've written about it on Twitter why they hold up, and they do. You're absolutely right. They do really hold up. Are there any buildings that we should maybe be thinking about going for? Like, I do wonder if we should maybe go after Santiago. Byzantines are really struggling. Still out troopers. I think we need to start thinking about whether we're going to go, which of these two kingdoms we're going to go for. I'd love to take Constantinople off of the Byzantines. But we kind of need them to be a bit more self-destructive before we do that. One of the reasons as well that you can tell that Yes Minister holds up, and so I always say it's a good judge of those kind of shows, is... Oh, we control Oristano. We shouldn't really control that. We don't need to control that. Is they work as radio shows. Yeah, I'm not getting caught out that way again. Fine. Why can't I appoint you as a court physician? But yeah, I always think that you can tell good shows because they work as radio shows, and that's how you know they're really well written. That Pope doesn't like us, and we really want him to like us. Why don't you like us? He's just angry. He's just an angry Pope. Angry Pope. Right, what of these do we want? Do we want to go for administrator or architect? I suspect we want to go for architect. Because we're just building. We're doing a lot of building. Well, we haven't demanded territory off of him yet. He's just angry. Dude, why are you so angry? I know we're a sinner, but like, we're not going to be a sinner very shortly. We should go on a pilgrimage. That's 500. Let's not go there. Let's just go to the Vatican. William has learned Anglic. That's good. Gonna need it. Right, we're no longer a sinner. I mean, we are an adulterer, but, like, who isn't? Dedicated pilgrim would give us monthly piety plus 10%. I do wonder if we could get up, we could build a couple of churches. If we could get up to faithful, we could found our holy order, which might be useful. How's our stress looking? We are quite stressed, so we're going to go worldly. There's also a timing factor. There are only so many interesting things, TV things you could do visually on old, so a lot of it shows ended up being script first. Yeah, absolutely. It's like when you can't fall back on special effects and such like, you don't really have a choice. Chat, do we go for the Holy Order? I think we could maybe, if we only have to build like one church to get up to the next level. Can we actually get anyone good? What are you currently assigned as? You're our Chancellor. No. So we need a Marshal. Give me a good Marshal. Damn, we're short of good Marshals. I think we want Eleanor to be deceitful. She's potentially quite good at intrigue. You go in prison. You get ransomed. We don't have enough knights. Let's invite knights. Her learning focus should be deceit, I think. Yeah, intrigue. She is going to be a very intrigueful person. Like, oddly, if we were taking over as her, because we are matrilineally married to Prince Everard of France, we could theoretically get hold of the French crown if we really wanted it. William is on stewardship focus. I was kind of hoping for the narrative value he'd get. He'd want to be a warrior, but he doesn't. So I think he is going to be a steward. Or we push him down Marshal. Chat, do you want me to flip him to Marshal? I will put that to a chat vote. He will be a better steward. But he's gonna... we can deal with him not being a good steward if we need to. So are we going to go... given that he's probably going to have to do Norman Invasion 2.0. Assuming his sister doesn't kill him. I don't mind flipping him to Marshal. He will get a good education, whatever we do. There you go, 5-minute polls up. Enjoy. We're going to have a good state income. Either way. Can we send you a gift? Yes, have some gold. I want the Pope liking us because it increases the chance of success of him giving us Benevento. Good day, Kilmatronics. You join us as our husband has been overthrown and is no longer King of England. He is a syphilitic guy who keeps trying to plot to kill us. But the good news is that we managed to have some sons with our lovers, which we're pretending are his. You know, as you do. Which is helping us out. Efraton, thank you very much for the follow. If we can get Benevento, I'll be really happy. He's doing control boosts. Don't think we want him to be just. Oh, temperate would be really handy for him because of the stewardship boost. That decision kind of depends on what you're doing with William's education. Because we could now, if we give him temperate, and then we give him It's much easier for us to educate him down the martial line if he's got temperate, because he's going to be getting a stewardship boost from that. So, yeah, he's got a venereal disease and we didn't give it to him. So I'm almost inclined to say, do we wait for the end of this poll before we make that decision? Yes, actually what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a quick bio break. Why are we considering Marshall? So, William here is going to inherit from his father a claim on the Kingdom of England. So when William becomes our king, who is effectively a bastard, William the new bastard here, William the Bastard 2.0, will have the ability to go for the Kingdom of England. So we could do Norman Invasion of England 2.0. And if we're doing that, it kind of feels like narratively or roleplay appropriate to make him Marshal. Oh yeah, totally deliberate, Kane SD. Totally planned. Honest. But, so we could make a second Norman invasion of England. And we go with William as a Marshal dude. If you wanted my personal opinion, I'm kind of, now we've got that temperate choice, I'm almost like that is now viable, because we can give him enough stewardship through the temperate perk and other things to make sure he's still fine in terms of controlling domain. And we don't often do a full martial ruler run, so it might just be nice to do a martial ruler run for once, because we normally end up doing quite heavily focused on stewardship and other things. What was the chat? What did you vote in terms of education we were deciding on in the end for him? View results. What won? Marshal. So we are going Marshal. Righto. We will go Marshal. Now you can't... You can pour at that as much as you want. It's not going to give you any food. She's a very clever little kitty. Right, so we're going to flip his education to Marshal. He is going full William the Bastard. That does mean I think we're going to give him Temperate. We're shy and Compassionate, which is a massive pain in the arse. We need to boost our military units more. If we're going to be invading England, we're going to need more troops. I'd really like Longbowmen. We're not going to get them. We have gained a rival. Righto. Someone's banging away happily outside. Right, he's heeded our request. Is he a decent knight? He's decent enough. Sure. That does overwhelm us with stress, obviously, because we are just constantly stressed. But we will go and... Ooh, we gained a nemesis. Nice. Right, does the Pope like us anymore? Rocky! We need to save Rocky, our pet rock. Let's prepare Rocky. Right, we can ask the Head of Faith for gold, but I'm not going to do that yet. Because... arguably the more useful thing for us to do is... hopefully, we want that bit of papacy, so we're doing a scheme at the moment to try and get him to give us Benevento. Got a question. Been playing around with the new DLC. Did they add the Canary Islands pagan faith? It's only present in the Canary Islands. That seems incredibly obscure, but it adds another pagan venue to the 1066 start. Yes, and we should do that at some point. Yeah, there is now in the Canary Islands down here, you get a lovely little pagan start. And I really, really want to do it at some point. We should do it as a future run. We should absolutely do a pagan run starting there. You've arrived to give me some gifts. Give me all the gifts. Give me all the gifts. Realm will lose land. Can you not lose land when you die, please? That'd be useful. We can go up a level of authority. I just wonder whether we want to yet. We're pretty solidly secure on our throne. We could combine that with the islands run. That's a good point. We could absolutely combine that with the The islands run. Go for the islands achievement at the same time. Yep, you can ransom. Full hunt, yeah, because it's the only thing we can do to reduce our stress, because we can't do feasts, because we're shy, and shy is shit. Yeah, the new DLC adds a lovely amount of little stuff to friends and enemies. It's really nice. I like it a lot. The Hopeville Berkhamsteads. Righto. And we're gonna gain a bunch of stress because we're compassionate, and compassionate and shy is like literally the worst combo in game. What are we going for? The Kingdom of Valencia. I foresee this ending badly, but sure. Mostly because that pushes us to devoted servant, and where do we need to be if we want to found a holy order? We are devoted servant. That should be ticking now. Can you tick, please? Tick. We are. So when we get enough piety, ideally from this crusade, we can. We're faithful at the moment, aren't we? Yeah, we're progressing towards it. We need 1,000. We can absolutely get 1,000. That is not a problem. Eleanor has been harbouring a secret affection for Yvonne for some time. However, when she finally confessed her feelings, Yvonne responded harshly. Eleanor is going to end up being a very, very good. Do we want her chaste? I feel like it's more fun to make her vengeful. Stubborn's quite a good trait. Stubborn gives her a stewardship boost. Vengeful is going to make her intrigueful. She is setting up to be a really intrigueful ruler. Go on, become vengeful. You know what's going to happen? She's blatantly going to murder her brother. Dynasty Legacy. So we still have... We were thinking about going down religious paths, weren't we? The prestige for seduce schemes is just so useful. I think we just do want it. Oh yeah, she is absolutely going to kill her brother. Robert keeps seeing new sides of me. That'll be my murderous husband, who has already tried to kill me once. And I really don't care whether he loves me or not. Beneficiary for the crusade. Oh man, our daughter's not old enough. If she was old enough, we'd absolutely nominate her. Haven't I got any idiot brothers we can stick? Oh yeah, we got Prince Pandolf. She's not going to come of age quick enough. She's 13 and the crusade's going to kick off in 9 months. So she's not going to be... We can't appoint her as a beneficiary because they need to be an adult. But our idiot brother Pandolf will do. I mean, we might win it. It's all dependent essentially on the Crusaders actually being fucking decent. Pandolf the Grey, yeah. Pandolf the Bland. Definitely future Spy Master. May well kill us whilst being our Spy Master. We can gain spy holes, gain an escape passage. I admit I would like to be thrown into an oubliette stark naked. We can gain the deviant trait. Let's not gain the deviant trait. I think we'll take the prestige. We might even want to have a look and see if there's anything we want to... We're not head of Norman culture. Oh, we are head of Norman culture again. We could reform Norman. Is there anything we want to put into Norman right now? What do we want? What do we want? Because we could build something else in. I'm open to ideas, chat. Industrious is nice. I feel like Tabletop Warriors would be in character. Because all normal characters get martial +2. And I don't think I've got the chess achievements, so we could use that to go for the chess achievements. I'm leaning towards Tabletop Warriors. Don't want the levy reduction. I mean, Winter Warriors is nice, but we're not going to really need it. You get better knights from the invite knights decision. I mean, the Industrious is ridiculously OP. Loyal subjects would be incredibly handy. I mean, chivalry would be appropriate. Do we not have chivalry already? Which one's chivalry under? Is it a... I forget which one chivalry's under. The warfare? No. Social. Chivalry. You get renown for romance schemes. I mean, we can take more, it's just that this is probably going to be our chance to get one for this ruler. We get heavy cat bonus. I do have a slightly heavy cat these days. We do want to build knights. Oh shit, should we temporarily flick William to being Greek so he can get cataphracts? And then we finish his education. Cat cavalry would be amazing. Is there cat cavalry yet in the Lord of the Rings one? Let's go chivalry then. So 5,000 prestige we can go chivalry. I wonder whether we should... How old is he? He's 10. We've got 2 years. We could try and flip him to being Greek. And that would give him cataphracts. And then we reduce some cataphracts and then flip back to Norman. Do we actually have anyone Greek in court? That's the problem. I really want to send him off to the Basileus. Is there anyone Greek? Oh, the greatest of calms trait. That is a lovely trait, by the way. Amazing trait. Garmy gold maintenance, minus 50. We'd want someone Greek, and we'd want them to ideally be a Greek genius. And they need to be in... They can be in all, but they need to be inside Diplo range. Gregarious, wrathful. Is seducer. Don't really want him getting honest. There's a risk of shy and chaste from her, and we don't want that. Don't want him getting craven. Paradox! Thank you very much for the follow. Hello, little foster kitty. How are you doing? What about intelligent? I just don't want anyone shy. Diligent, deceitful and cynical. Can we get you to court? Minus 75, but can we marry you? Can we marry you to anyone in our court? I mean, you're orthodox, but it should be marriageable because it's adjacent to us, faith-wise. Why can't we marry him into our court? Welcome to the chat, Paradox. We shouldn't be a problem marrying someone orthodox, should it? I don't see why it would be a problem. Yeah, I reset defaults. It's just that we don't have a courtier he can marry. Straight invite is minus 75, so he's not going to go for it. Our niece and guest. Why don't we recruit you to court? There we go. It's just we literally just didn't have anyone. Yeah, not going to get him there, are we? I don't think it'll help if he likes us. Yeah, I could learn his language, but I think it would take too long. If we want to culture convert William, we've only got 2 years to do it in. So if we have factor in, say, at least 12 months for a language scheme, it's not really going to have enough time to get the thing in. So he might be a no-go. They're mayors, so it wouldn't be... It'd be basically this guy, but I just don't want to risk getting shy again. We might just have to accept we're not going to get cataphracts. C'est la vie. We can do... We can be deciding who gets what. Which we should be actually focusing this. Like maybe we should be focusing on seigneurialism. I mean, we could just boost armored and get armored horsemen. That's probably just what we need to do. Can we seclude ourselves for a bit? Ah, but spend stuff we don't want to. Someone is plotting to kill William. Can they not kill William, please? I'd quite like to not lose my heir. Actually, he's not my heir yet, is it? Can you, Walter, can you just stop being so healthy and die in dungeon, please? God damn it, Walter. Right, if we built 2 churches, we would get up to devoted servant, which would give us, at that point, that would give us, oh, hang on, weren't we building a keep down here so we can boost our silver mine? Yeah, we just need the gold for it. Yeah, could you redirect that scheme to Walter, please? Yes. Right, feel free to kill my actual heir. My actual heir needs murdering. I mean, you'd think we'd win that, but we won't. We will actively take part in it, though. Like, we will go and fight in that, because it's just going to give us the piety boosts, which would be really useful. It would be really nice to have a holy order. A holy order would be very nice. Holy order is always nice to have. What are you doing down there, little foster kitty? Crusade for Valencia! Deus Vult, my friends, Deus Vult. We can't redirect it against the Greek kingdom because Orthodoxy is adjacent. So, unless they were held by someone, unless the Byzantine Empire was Muslim, then we could. Which is something we could do. We could kidnap the Byzantine Empire, convert them to Islam somehow, and then crusade against them. Right. Let's go get our crusade on, and we will lead this personally. Which means, chat, we need to get our crusader gear on. So clothes-wise, we're going into the Iberian Peninsula, so I feel like we'd be like kind of Iberian Muslim armor because it's cool. But we'll go Iberian Christian armor. We'll keep the cloak and the hair, I think that's fine. But we are leading this army personally, because we want that Crusader trait. And we're actually not a bad general, really, in the grand scheme of things. It is the best music. Yes, tea, we are currently drinking Bird and Blend Smoky Russian, which is bloody lovely. Right. Let's go see how badly the AI can fuck this up. In fact, I'll tell you what we're going to do is we're going to go siege this down first, because otherwise the entire AI is going to go and siege the fucking islands down, because they're idiots. Which is always ridiculous. Swedish history, you need a Swedish lesson. I'm going to bank that, I will do that tomorrow. It's my fault, I haven't got Swedish history lessons set up. Because I had to redo all of my OBS things because OBS was being shit, which, touch wood, seems to be more stable at the moment. See what I mean about the AI just going for the islands first? It's ridiculous. So I will set that up for tomorrow evening, and then I will add on, and then you can choose whether I do it tomorrow or next week. Oh, we got it! It seems that the efforts of my steward in the county of Benevento have finally paid off. The local people have been persuaded by Svatopluk's silver tongue and swayed by the prestige of my court. Faced with the discontent of the whole county, Pope Victor has chosen the path of less resistance and released Benevento. The county now belongs to its de jure liege, myself. Nice. Well done, Svatopluck. I feel like we should reward Svatopluck with that territory. That means we now have the Knights Templar, I think. What do they hold? Maybe not. Depends on what their primary one is. How do we work out what their primary stuff is? I mean, it would show up here if we were. No, because we had to pay to raise them, so they just control the territory. Boo. That's a city holding. We don't want to be holding that anyway. So the good news on that is it does mean we can now take the Sicilian Parliament decision safely. But to do that we'd need... Hang on, we can do that? We just need to move the capital. No, because we already converted to local culture, didn't we? When we took over with her. Because we'd educated her as Danish so we could get the units, so we can't. We do have time to educate William as Sicilian. Just. Do we go Sicilian with him then, so we can just take Sicilian Parliament? Decisions. So essentially what we need to do is get him educated by someone Sicilian. Ideally with... She is diligent, brave and humble. They're not the worst traits, you know. Where's Kefaloo? It's within our territory. Would you... ward William and convert his culture? We can always take him back the moment the culture converts. Guys, can you maybe lend us a hand here? Beulah? Anyone? At least we're friends with our unbelievably good at fighting daughter. Do I really want him in my service? 28 learning, Jesus. Fine. Well, look, at least we got the Crusader trait. They really need to sort out Crusades. Really need to sort out Crusades. So, I think I've said before how you could sort out Crusades, and what you should be able to do is, you should be able to declare yourself as the Crusade leader. It should cost you a bunch of prestige and potentially piety to do, but in doing so that should mean that the AI then sees you as the Crusade leader, which gives you a boost to the... if you win the Crusade, you get benefits, more increased benefits from doing so you get a greater share of the prize. But if the Crusade fails, you get a massive hit to your personal renown and your personal prestige and your personal faith. But by doing that, it would be like then like a regular war, where the AI will naturally bias towards following you because it will see you as the primary ruler, the primary leader. which would then solve this problem of all the fucking crusaders going off, little armies going off and getting beaten piecemeal because they do their own thing. I just think it'd be a really nice way of sorting out crusades and jihads without making it too OP. Because A, you need to have the relevant prestige and piety to be able to do it in the first place. But B, it means there's a greater risk of if you fail, you're going to get harsher penalties for it. That would be my idea for how you'd sort out crusades in this anyway. Well, historically, crusades did have issues with lack of coordination unless they had a very strong leader. So the crusades that succeed are the ones where you end up with a strong leader. So, and the same goes for jihads. So it's historically accurate to turn around and go, if you're a strong enough personality, you can influence the route of the crusade and how it plays out. So I think it'd be perfectly... But you wouldn't be reducing the number of crusades by doing this. You'd just be turning around and going, actually, when a crusade has started, if you are if your character is a strong enough, famous enough person, they should be able to turn around and go, I am the leader of this crusade. You know, you could even make it a scheme if you want that fires at the same time the crusade starts. You should be able to have a scheme which is you go up against the other people who have already declared to be part of the crusade to challenge each other and see who gets to become leader. Like, that would work just as well. But there needs to be a leadership model for crusades because that's what's failing at the moment. They might win that if they get in time. Depends on whether that lot get in time. Which they probably won't now. Yeah, exactly. Then if you wished, you could receive to follow the elected leader, but then you end up getting a penalty for it. Honestly, it would sort out the crusade crusade stuff just really easily. Sorry, I'm eating bread because I can still smell that chicken being cooked downstairs, and it's absolutely amazing. I'm now starving. Frankly, as long as that army pisses about over here, we might actually win this crusade. It's entirely possible. Oh no, we lost our really good spy master. Prince Alan of Sicily, our brother, is not bad at this, and he's a powerful vassal, and we're probably going to regret putting an Alan in charge of our personal security, but there we go. We have just inherited a weapon though, the Bricassart sword. Okay, righto. Right, how's our crusade going? Let's open a Dr. Pepper. Yeah, poor little kitty, basically. She's had a hard life. She's enjoying herself. She's very, very friendly. She's absolutely lovely. As long as her and Napoleon get on, we'll keep her. Right, we can create a bunch of titles. I'm just not sure we need to. Maybe we should probably be creating a Kingdom Masters of Sardinia, but actually we probably just want to create them with William, don't we? Okay. So, do we think the AI is going to win this? In the Breton claim on the Duchy, you're going after the King of England. I mean, I will, but I'm not going to help you. J29 Smith, thank you very much for the follow. Right, we have successfully sieged that down. Let's go siege that down. Because the crusade I care about. Oh, is Normandy independent? Holy shit, Normandy's independent. Damn! Look at England. Holy shit. England's gone. England's completely gone. I've never seen that before. I've never seen the title of the Kingdom of England just get utterly destroyed. Yeah, do dissolution wars actually work now? Have they finally fixed dissolution wars? Yeah, video games previewing the future. She's attacking the feeder again. Yeah, William's just got a fun thing to do. Yeah, Kingdom of Reged is a fascinating kingdom historically. What are we even going to get claims on then? What is our husband? So our husband essentially is the petty king of Essex now. We don't have a claim on England anymore. William is going to need to reforge England from scratch. We're going to have to go full King Arthur on this shit. Our husband is very petty. Yeah, exactly. Reged is part of the Old North, basically Wales. It's classic. Isn't Reged essentially Old King Cole territory as well? Wasn't he king of Reged? Damn. Hang on, isn't... Aren't we married? Isn't William going to be married to his daughter? Dude, are you fighting France? Because that just feels like a catastrophically bad idea. I feel that's a really bad idea. And I'm not going to help you in a war against France. I'm just not. What should come smack us again? Guys? Bit of a hand? Anyone want to help us out here? No? Bueller? Just going to let us get murdered again? Everyone want to pile in here? Lend a hand? Yeah, the AI definitely didn't pick up that naval invasion was going on. We captured Emir Heimsal's son and heir. Who are you? Cool. With her coming of age, my tuition of Eleanor is at an end. With sufficient tutelage, even a child that's displayed little natural inclination towards careful planning, such as Eleanor, can truly come to understand its uses. What did you get? Oh, you got Intricate Web Weaver. Decent. They grow up fast. I think she is probably our new... With 23 intrigue, Eleanor. I think Alan can do one. And Eleanor, who is our friend, can very much be our spy master. Now watch her kill William. Oh dear chat, how sad. Wave your oh dear how sad emotes in chat. Walter has died. Oh dear how sad. Rest in peace, little Walter. You died in our dungeons. Which stresses us out. Can we actually unstress already? No. I feel like we could probably go home at this point. I'm going to assume we've done the biggest contribution. Yeah, we're ranked first in terms of contribution, which doesn't surprise me at all, because we've been smacked around a bit in several battles, and we did the other stuff. So I kind of feel like we've done our bit. I mean, we could go back and try and siege down that again on the way. So I don't think they've really got any armies they can send at us now. And technically they've still got 14k troops, so watch them still smack us around somewhere. Just watch. They'll smack us around somewhere. Let's go land... Oh, let's not land over there. There's a whole bunch of armies over there. Let's go land there. If we can not die for 5 months, this will win the crusade. So we could ask the Head of Faith for gold, but we do technically have enough piety now. I think what we get out of winning this crusade might actually be enough to do our holy order. What do you want? No, you're not having Rocky. Rocky is ours. Rocky is ours. Rocky is ours forever. How very dare you ask for Rocky? Rocky the Rock is our rock. We will keep our rock forever. Should probably be ransoming some of these people. I still can. Well, we lost a bunch of men, but apart from that, it's a very successful crusade on our part. Pandulf de Hauteville gets the Kingdom of Valencia. We got 20% of it, so we got 1,000 gold, 3,000 prestige, and 838. St. George has granted King Pandulf victory in the crusade for Valencia. After defeating Emir Heimsal and his heathen warriors on several occasions, our forces forced the enemies of the faith to admit noble defeat. Welcome Valencia to the map. We will focus back on our own realm. We're definitely going to do a sort of Norman Crusader hot potato run at some point. We could absolutely... Well, we won't be able to get Pope Gold now. Oh, the Pope will still give us gold. Nice. It would be kind of silly not to. Right, we can... Oh, we can't... Can we found a Holy Order? Oh, we're at war. We need to not be at war. Are you still at war with France, you idiot? Yes, you are. Yeah, good luck with that. Good fucking luck with that. Did we take the cultural tradition we wanted? We could now take one. What are we going for? I still like the idea of going with the chess. I think chess would go nicely for us. Yeah, I mean, it gives us nice bonuses. And I don't really do the chess thing, and I haven't got the achievements for doing the chess stuff, so I feel like we should. Let's get chess. The Branche d'Anjou now exists. Right, you lot can stand down. We do absolutely have the money to do some boosting of buildings. You can go up to level 2. And you can go up to level 2. Because we're earning cash quick enough that we will be fine on forming our Holy Order as soon as this war ends. Yeah, as a general rule, I try and avoid being at war with France. Look at that, though. Seriously. So yeah, they must have finally fixed dissolution wars. That's fun. That means you can potentially do some really interesting dissolution wars in the Byzantine Empire now. Essentially, become a vassal of the Byzantine Empire, declare a dissolution war on him, and then just utterly fuck the Byzantines. We will continue our feud. Dude, convert to Sicilian. Oh, we will be... The plan is... Eleanor can be our best friend. That's fine. William, our son here, assuming he doesn't get murdered by his sister, will absolutely... I think our plan is working out how we reconquer England. Oh, can you stop calling me into wars? I want to form a holy order. Who are we even fighting? I mean... I know we can win that, but I just don't think we want to win that. Why is his betrothed in jail? I suspect she got made a prisoner as part of this war. Because he's betrothed to the daughter of the King of France, or was at least. But maybe not now. Oh no, he's King. That's the daughter of King of Britain. Right, that war's over. Right, we can do stuff here, and we should be promoting culture. We really need some more Norman spread. They still haven't fixed the whole thing of your vassals actually spreading culture, which really fucking annoys me. I have to say. That does very much annoy me. And we've got a lot of piety. We could just hire some... We could just hire the Knights Templar and send them over to help him out. Yeah, let's do that. Here you go, buddy. We'll send you the Knights Templar. We could absolutely dissolve the Byzantines from within if we pledged fealty to them. We're not going to. Like, now that we know dissolution wars worked, we could actually do that. Because obviously we do want to get the territory around here. But I think what I'd much rather do is, let's create a Norman Empire. And once we've got the Norman Empire, we'll just directly go to war with the Byzantines for the territory we want. I will drink until these thoughts are gone. To be honest, we kind of want to stress test ourselves the moment William comes of age. Right, Knights Templar are here. How you doing, guys? Go fight people in deserts. Come back! Fine, we'll just siege this shit down. As the renown of my dynasty grows, we got some extra masterwork in us. That's nice. I don't remember them doing that before. So we could ask the Pope for gold, but I don't think we want to. Can we go on a hunt? Let's drink. Drink. Everybody drink! How are we looking on supply with this army? 4 months, it's going to cost us 16 supply, so that's fine. Val shifts are amazing, I do agree. Call hunts, yes. Ooh! We might die. There's a 0% chance we get killed. I was fully expecting us to die there, by the way. The reason we're not holding court, for those who recently joined the stream, is because we're shy and compassionate, and pretty much anything we can do in court fucks with us. Can you stop getting in wars? This is why you don't put your brother on fucking thrones. It seemed such a good idea at the time. Can we just go fight him? Good guys, do you want to get involved here? Can you maybe not? Maybe get involved? Or not? You assholes? Yes, he got Sicilian. And he's 15. You want to be educated by your sister, who is a genius. Is she a genius? I'm pretty certain she's a genius. She is. Well, the Knights Templar are getting wrecked. Our premise is killing your family, if so you might be entitled to yeah. I mean, we took a chunk of their troops out, and ultimately we don't really care, because it's the Knights Templar. It's not like we're wasting our own troops on this. Like, you can't say we haven't contributed. His skill is legendary. Absolutely. Do it. I would like dependable scale armor. That feels the most Norman of these, doesn't it? Ooh, sensual dreams. Giggity. He's probably going to lose this war now. If he'd reinforced us in battle, he'd have won this war. But he's now going to lose it. And you're going to lose this one as well. Do we kind of want to go and win that war for him? We might want to. Because we don't want Valencia to stop existing. So maybe we should actually raise our regular army to go help. Just to deal with his rebels. Like, fuck helping him in this war. He's ruined his own war down here, but we can help him keep Valencia. Yeah, joust against each other, but use training blades. Like, this war I think we want to help him in. Yeah, we're commanding that personally. I'm absolutely fine with that, because we're frankly at the point where if we die in battle, I don't care. William, what did you get? He's a skilled tactician and an unyielding defender. And more critically, what we actually need to make sure we're fucking doing is making sure that he's not making himself a knight. Ooh, Arno, you're pretty good. Join the court. Right, I don't think he's making himself a knight, so we're alright. So here's a 19, 15, 14, 13 and 9. That is decent. Was he on the list as allowed? Did I miss him? We definitely want to stop him becoming a knight. Prince Alan, Mayor Hamlin. There he is. You are forbidden from becoming a knight. Yeah, we'll work on that 6 per hour. Right, you go deal with them. Because we don't want him losing the Kingdom of Valencia. There we go. He's on his own down here. Right, we will continue to let the Knights Templar help out, but I'm not doing anything else with them. He has 6 prowess now, but once he gets all of our kind of armour and everything else, he'll have considerably more. So, we shouldn't have a disabled building in Benevento. Oh, it's because we don't have the title for it. To be fair, I'm not convinced we're keeping Benevento. We can upgrade more buildings around here, but we need the gold for our Holy Order. When our idiot brother stops losing wars. Why is it we always end up with idiot brothers in this game? Always end up with idiot brothers. Boy lady! My knight Robert waves me over to a covered armoured stand. He's trying hard to keep a professional demeanour, but I can see and fire in his eyes as he tells me his work is done. The armour is constructed from a masterfully crafted iron scales that are fastened to a backing of leather. Use a Kulakud helmet. I mean, look, prowess +8 and knight effectiveness +8. Fuck me. That's good. That's really good. That's better than that. I know it's 1 less prowess, but that knight boost. Needed for historical actually, because idiot sisters usually can't inherit. Well, there is that, yeah. Yeah, there is a sort of we're getting a bias in effect because that I think we kind of want to see if we can kill ourselves. But we want to found our Holy Order first. Let's stash cash. Can you just lose this war, you idiot? Yeah, increase the feudal taxes. There's nothing around here we really want to conquer at the moment. Byzantines are weak. We need to be over there sorting England out. We really need to be William at this point, but I just want to get the Holy Order founded first. Yeah, I'm reasonably certain we can absolutely stress death ourselves quite easily at this point. Like, we can take the Scarab brooch off. And then, it's just this stupid war. Like, he only declared this war because he thought we'd fight it for him. You're the French guy? Yeah, go on, Eleanor. That's still a good alliance to have. Go home, East Anglia, you're drunk. I can forget Heretic. Let's get some crit stress, because if we die, we die. This war has the potential to drag on for a long time. Let's ask the Pope for gold. Oh, at least he's finally kicking his ass. Thank God. Just keep smacking him around. Finish this war off. Now, this war's been going on for a long time. You'd assume at this point that he would wipe peace out. The problem is he thinks he's got more soldiers because he's got our armies on his side, theoretically. Right, what we should actually be doing here is taking the opportunity to increase, 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 increase. So we want to give ourselves a reasonable amount of bank. Historically, would there be a mechanism to extract yourself from a war you didn't want to fight? Not really. Is the kind of answer. You'd extract yourself by kind of doing what we're doing here, which is just not fighting. We're going to appoint him marshal because that's actually going to give him a boost to learning on that stuff. Oh, can you not? I just want to found some holy orders. Can everyone stop getting in wars, please? You're the King of France. You can beat that. Just go kill him. I want to be William. We need to be William. In that vein, we need to start getting some claims. Oh, William's not going to inherit them, though. Whoa, France. Less of that. Less of that, please, France. Where's the capital of Reged? It is there, isn't it? Yeah. Let's just cycle him on claims to see if we can actually get some claims. But yeah, historically you'd get out of the wars the way we're kind of doing it now. You'd almost end up with a tacit agreement with the the person you were at war with in a sort of, I'm not going to get involved in this as long as you don't come for me. That's kind of how it would work. You'd be flinging back like sort of letters and things. Oh, fuck off. Pandolf, seriously, sort your shit out. Right, that one we will just raise men at arms to deal with. Pandolf, man. What are you doing with your life? On a plus side, we can command that personally and see if we manage to kill ourselves. Just kick his ass. Oops, someone's trying to sleep with someone else. But all we want to do... Right, we should be able to take them even with the penalties. Oh, thank God, someone's plotting to kill me. Daughter dear, can you not stop them doing that, please? He is a 28. Would you like to join my service? How are you in prison? Who's imprisoning you? Is that just a game bugging out? Oh no, Pandolf has got him in prison. Pandolf, release him. Pandolf, let him go, I want him. He's decent. Pandolf, let him out. He's ambitious, brave and diligent, and he's 28 and a 19. We could do so much with him. Oh, we've finally lost our marriage with Norway. Yeah, it does look like he's just wandering around a village holding some prison bars. Right. We do kind of still want that. Because it's good prestige for William, if nothing else. Like, William will shag around. Also, we need the cash because we want to do the Sicilian Parliament decision the moment we become William. Right, the good news is the King of France is doing short work of his war. Fucking Pandolf, can you hurry up and lose this other war, please? I swear to God, just die already. Yeah, England has... The big thing you've missed, Lemon Ducky, is someone dissolved England. England is an ex-kingdom. And as William, we intend to deal with that. Look at him, he's looking suitably motivated to go and conquer England, but we need him in charge as soon as possible. Which, if our idiot brother would hurry up and lose his fucking war over here, we could do. Because it's going to be relatively easy for us to stress test ourselves. 91, come on. Just kill his army here and the war is over. Yeah, we've basically been dragged into this war by our idiot brother who we put up on the throne of Valencia. Inspiration can be sponsored. He's very competent. Yes, do it. Go. You can stay. We will take the stress. We will take the stress. You watch. We're going to die just before he loses this war. You just watch. It's going to happen. I don't even want the AI to win a war. I want the AI to lose a war. He's basically stupidly declared for this territory, and it's like he was relying on armor armies to do it. And I'm like, I'm not giving you all of my troops to go and get them murdered in a fucking desert. If I'm going to get my men murdered in a desert, it'll be because I want my men murdered in a desert. Right, yes, war's over. War is over. War is over. Found Holy Order. We want that Holy Order to be headquartered in Venosa. Headquarters, Venosa. Yes, found Holy Order. We now control the Knights Hospitaller. Excellent. That's what we wanted. Stress death. We need to stress death. We need to try and stress death ourselves. How are we looking in health? We are feeling fine. We need to get rid of our ancient scarab brooch. Let's get rid of that. We did spend quality time with our best friend, which is mildly annoying, but c'est la vie. Hold court. Hear petitioners. The whole throne room falls silent as my vassal Count Robert enters triumphantly, followed by two struggling servants who are dragging a chained bear. Smiling proudly, Robert exclaims, My lady, I present you a gift worthy of the mightiest ruler in the world. This magnificent beast was hunted in the forest of Messina, and now I offer it to you as a symbol of my devotion and your unparalleled power. We gain a hide carpet for 50 years, and a pelt court artifact. Pet monster, dread bonus. We'll get a pelt artifact. Excellent use of a bear emoji there, Patty. Is this going to be like the one time we don't get any stress events from holding court? Every single other time we've held court, we've got stress from it. That's outrageous. That is frickin' outrageous. Every other time we've got stress from it. So, ransom. Right, what else can we do? Why can't we host a feast? Yes, we can. And we can invite guests. You're absolutely right. Inviting guests is going to stress us out. Because we hate feasts. Oda, join our court. Someone's killing people. Why can't I invite you to join my court? Oh, is it because I'm on an event? Right, that's another 60 stress. Do random warding. We can do it quicker than that, because honestly, like, just by inviting people. Only the Lord guides me. Don't think there's anything else we can do with our stuff before we finish, is there? No. Oh, you know what we could do is we can invite knights. Right, can we invite some guests now? Why can't I invite to court? Fruit to court. The first sign that something is wrong is a heartburn that will not go away. I try all the remedies, soft wool on my abdomen, leisurely walks, no luck. Suddenly I can't seem to take a deep breath and I stagger to the wall for support. What's happening? I try to cry for help, but that's all I manage. All I manage is a pained grasp. It hurts. A sharp pain spreads from between my shoulder blades down my left arm, and as the pain grows, I sink to the floor. Darkness quickly follows. Oh no! How sad. Never mind. Chat, can we get some Fs, please, for Queen Rosalind, who did incredibly well? If you remember, when she took over, we had no income and, like, very few troops. Very few troops. And now we have 10k troops, good money, we founded a holy order, we've acquired most of Sardinia, and we've got 27 income. And she's set our son William up so that we can go over through no fault of her own, England is the thing that doesn't exist. And died very conveniently when we wanted her to die. So I think she is very deserving of your Fs. Queen Rosalind of Sicily's soul has finally been cast to hell at 54 years. Who is hiring the people to give these eulogies? We really need to find different priests to give these eulogies. She died from stress. A zealous woman, she fought for the glory of God against the heathens in one of the greatest holy wars of our recent history. King William ascends to the throne, blessed with awesome knowledge of all things between heaven and earth. William's rule is sure to be legendary. Right, William. Let's gear you up. So he's got the sword. He's got the regalia. He can get the brooch. Marshal, what did we go for? We went stalwart leader. That's actually not bad because that gives us prowess +4. We're not going to go for that for the rest of them. We're going to go probably down strategist. We do need to make sure we're not going to get overthrown. So we can we negotiate an alliance with the King of France? We should be able to, surely. Because he's married to his kid. Oh, isn't it that we need... Which one of his kids is married to our sister? I could have sworn Eleanor was married to one of his kids. Basically, she's allied to the King of France, but... Yeah, shouldn't we be able to get him as an alliance? Yes. Well, we've got the alliance with France. Now, theoretically, we could get an alliance with Daddy. Personally, I feel like we should just fucking take Daddy's kingdom. I mean, why bother murdering Daddy when we can just kick his ass? I think yoink is the appropriate word here. Let the kingdom of England, the conquest of England, begin. But first, we do need to sort out... So we have got some powerful vassals that expect positions. You're not very good at anything. You're not really any good at anything. All I'm asking is that some of you be vaguely good at... Oh, you're not bad at diplomacy. Yeah, Morella, you can have diplomacy. Marshal... I want a very good marshal. Let's get some more Norman conversion going on. Why did you stop converting to Norman? Seriously, promote culture. Oh, we're Sicilian. We need to flip. We need to get to a position where we can empower the Sicilian Parliament. For that, we need 3,000 prestige. Right, because then we can culture flip. So we're going to have penalties until then. What happened to our... Are you still... Can I ransom you? Dude, let him go. He's decent. I just want him. I want a really good marshal. That's all I ask for, is a really good marshal. We got anyone in prison who's a really good marshal? No. Can we marry anyone to get a really good marshal? Just want... Where are all the single ladies at? All the single ladies are not there. Oh man. Just want a good marshal. Fine, Arno, you're currently our marshal. What's our wife's skills like? Ooh. So we could do that. Makes us even better at martial. Definitely think we want the martial focus. Probably take chivalry focus. It's going to give us the advantage 5 and we're going to fight a lot of wars. I feel like we need to be dressed in more war-going gear. So let's get our battle armor on. Go Iberian Christian. Quite like the Muslim garb. Byzantine armor. Did I imprison any single ladies? No, we do have a single lady in prison, but not a good one. She's 44, so we're not going to get a good spouse for her. Earthworms are a destructive native species. Interesting. I feel like the Byzantine armor is what we're going with. I think he's got good beard and hair. Do we think he'd go with that crown, or would he go with like a more sort of low-key crown? No, I think we'll go with that crown. We'll keep the crown. Oh man, I didn't select it. I always forget you've actually got to go apply. Let's go Byzantine armor. Apply. Click that recruited guest to court. Oh, Farah here. Farah was the cause of our mother's heart attack. Good work, Farah. Right. Do we want to hold? We probably do, because we want to get prestige up as quickly as possible. So before we declare this war, let's get a feast on first. Actually, we can create some titles. Let's create titles. Are we not a king of... Did Sardinia get created? It did. Oh shit. Has it still got that game? Still got that bug that loses all of your royal court grandeur? Fuck's sake. Stupid game. But at least we're above our expected level. So we'll get it back. Do we want an alliance with Brittany? We kind of do. It's useful. Wife needs a crown. She kind of does, doesn't she? She needs to be dressed better as well. She is our wife. She's a queen. She needs to look like a queen. Going to be Byzantine and headwear would be not a silly hat. Go leaf crown and hair. You have a bun. Jeweled top. Oh, okay, we'll have a look at that in a minute. Right. First things first. Let's hold court because... starts construction of a city in Samasi. Do we care about Samasi? That was going to cost us prestige, so yes, I'd do it. That's easy grandeur. Walter de Conversano becomes our ward, or he becomes the Queen's ward. Is he actually any good as a kid? Not really. The Queen can take over. Right, that jumped us back up to level 5, nice and quick, which is good. Yeah, the work will continue. After a few days, the genealogist Sebastiano returns. He unfurls a scroll long enough to encircle one of my provinces. My archbishop trips over it slightly as the unfurled end rolls to my foot. I have here the truth of your origin, my lord. He clears his throat and begins to read. Today we have unveiled a great history. Standing before us is King William, son of petty King Robert II of Essex, sired by the fearful King Walter of England, fruit of the loins of King Robert I Curthose of England, son of the remarkable King William I, the conqueror of England, child of Duke Robert the Magnificent of Normandy. A few eyelids around the court begin to droop. Enough. The Kingdom of Sicily owes you. Yeah. We will continue with you. Why wouldn't we? What we do need to do is make sure she's back, stopping people from killing us. I didn't form that alliance. Thank you. God damn it. Die, father. Yeah, but it's Sicilian culture, and we don't actually want to be head of Sicilian culture for very long. Right, we will create the Duchy of Benevent. The Duchy of Capua we can create. So essentially we can create up to 900 there, which is going to take us up to 1800. We need to get up to, was it 3,000 to do empower Sicilian Parliament? We need 3,000 and 1,500 gold. As soon as we do that, we can flip back to being Norman. So remember, we've got 900 banked in titles we can create. I would quite like London, off my uncle. Let's start where we mean to begin. Oh, he's going to get me a claim in 36 days. That's fine, get me that claim. Right, let's call a hunt. So we're pushing for prestige. It's a tiny model cabinet. Oh, we get miniature cabinet. Fuck me, building time construction minus 15. That's pretty damn good. I mean, must be a child to equip. Yeah, but that's not that useful to us. It's child only. Does our bishop support us? Yes, he does. Is any of these going to give me... Mediator is quite nice. Almighty Obi, thank you very much for the follow. We will invest more in that because it's going to give us a higher quality thing. And we probably wouldn't get the negotiation anyway. We don't want to spend the prestige. Right, we've got a claim on Lancashire. Get me a claim on Middlesex. Daddy's dead in that amount of time anyway. Right, he's got 5k troops and no allies. Or she's got 5k troops and no allies. Give me Lancashire. Let the conquest of Britain begin. "38 commander skill. Yeah, we pulled it off. We don't need to call anyone into this war. Oh, thanks, wife. Free prestige. I just want to push as quickly as possible to forming... to get in Sicilian Parliament, because we need to be going back to Norman. Sicilian Cabinet! That's alright. It's a decent cabinet. Why not? Let's display our cabinet, shall we? Yeah, there you go. Nice cabinet. It's a big fucking cabinet. We lose a lot of money when our troops are raised. I mean, England could definitely use a really decent cabinet at the moment. Bit of prestige. There's this bunch of people fighting. He isn't worth it, mate. Love it. He isn't worth it, mate. Tavern brawl in Bari. Begins a duel between myself and Mutina, my nemesis, who has a prowess of 22, and we have a prowess of 28. Should we duel our nemesis? Stand aside. Mutina is mine. For a few brief moments, King Mutina and I pace in lazy half-circles, each watching for an opening. I heft my Brachessart sword, ready to defend myself, while he clutches his Czech battle-axe firmly to hand. This fight may only be to the first blood, but that doesn't ease my nerves. Low risk to our increase in injury, medium chance of success. Maggot. Low increase, no increase to risk. Better men than you. So I transfer my guard. I think medium low. Or high medium. High medium. Yes! My sword arm moves fast as lightning and strikes as hard as a sundered stone. Blow by blow, I beat my opponent into the bloody concussed submission, hammering him into the ground with all the fury St. George can lend me. When all of my that's left a quivering pile of bleeding man, I wonder if I've gone too far. Then Mutina coughs hard enough to lose his grip on his axe, and I allow myself a little sigh of relief. With the worry over, I kick my foe's weapon away, and I lay my own against his throat. It takes a few tries, but Mutina gets the yield out eventually. Nice. We kicked the shit out of him. Right, we are landing there. Are we in charge of that army? I feel like we do have to have William lead all of our major fights. I think if we're role-playing this, he's the kind of guy who would. Our wife is pregnant. Daddy should die shortly. While we're off at war, yeah, it is slightly suspicious. Petty King Robert will attend a local celebration in Palermo, and I happen to know that he's a bit of a wine aficionado. We're going to lock him in a cellar. Ooh, new artwork for the cellar thing. Oh dear, how sad. Daddy is dead, bricked up in our dungeon. And we have inherited a ton of territory around here. We've got the English scale armour. Useful. Fine brooch. Seduce scheme power +8. Nice. Fertility +10. Prestige plus 0.14. That's useful. We've got a pressed orchid. Daddy was clutching a lot of stuff. Chat. A collection of candied figs that bears resemblance to Jesus. The delicious face of Jesus. Delicious faces of Jesus. What the hell? Tasty, tasty saviour. Righto. Lustrous lamellar armour. Yeah. Ooh, King Robert's sword. That's nice. That's a famed weapon. That's nice. We will use Daddy's sword. Did Daddy ever repair his shit? It doesn't look like it. We are crazy fertile now. We should probably think about appointing an antiquarian if we can get a good one. Yeah, we can. He's 70, he's going to die pretty quickly. Adelheid, you can do it. We could do with commissioning an artifact actually, because we don't have a crown. Can you get me a crown? Even a shitty crown at this point would be decent. Who are you and what do you... No! Why does everyone want Rocky? Rocky is ours. Go away. Neither of those factions is dangerous. Oh, come off it. My main issue here is supply, but at least we can go back to that territory now to get some supply back. Still got 5k troops in the field. A dissolution faction. And we lost our alliance. Ooh, we seized a fine goblet. Dynasty opinion +4, court grandeur bonus. That will be a court artifact, won't it? So let's put that out, might as well. The fine brooch needs repairing. Just conscious of money. Right, we now occupy Lancashire. Can you not march all the way through there? Can you just go by sea? That's going to cost us to embark, but... Does the Pope like us? I mean, the good thing about this is it means we can get supply on the way. Any of these going to give me prestige? Yes. Well, theoretically we could. If we had the Viking Raider thing, we could do it by sea, because we could go up the river. Right, we've got enough supply to win that. So let's go see if we can catch them. I mean, they'll run away now, just be really annoying. Prince Rubbertoe. Yeah, let's not call him that. I mean, he's going to end up in prison anyway. You are the least Conan person on the planet. He is an Alan, isn't he? You can be an Alan. There you go, strong and wise, Prince Alan. I'd rather you took the English brooch, to be honest. Right, we need to get some supply back. Yeah, you're in supply now. Oh, don't do this. Can we not? Can we not do this? Of just spending the whole fucking time marching up and down. I'm actually going to take the attrition here, because this is just fucking pointless otherwise. Oh, it sucks so fucking badly. Can we just not do this? Right, I'm just going to start sieging shit down. I don't care if they siege down a bunch of stuff in England. And you have a daughter, and your daughter is going to marry Alan. Except she's not, because your daughter is already of age. You've got daughters. Marry Matilda. Am I invading Mercia? I kind of am. I'm dealing with the fact that they just keep running around here, just giving me fucking grief. We are going strategist. Right, once we get some supply back, we're just going to start sieging shit down again. Well. F's for King William. I really hope that was our sister. You've got to assume that was our sister. Oh dear. Well, chap. Things just got very interesting. We have King Alan, the 0-year-old baby with 21 prowess. We didn't get a cabinet. We said we didn't want the cabinet. I think at this point we're kind of hoping that our sister is plotting to kill us, aren't we? Yeah, someone's murder scheme broke through our defences, which, given that our sister is really good spy master, somewhat makes me suspect it was our sister. And we kind of almost want her to succeed now. I mean, yeah, she isn't ambitious, but I can't imagine they managed to pull off a plot to kill us without her help. I just can't see it. Oh yeah, John the Posthumous. I forgot about that. Good shout. Guardian of the Queen's Womb. Right, okay, things got very interesting. Life comes at you pretty fast. Right, well. First things first. I mean, do we essentially abandon this war? She'll probably take White Peace. I think... Oh, she won't. She'll almost take White Peace. Get another siege. I think we kind of want out of this war as quickly as possible. Because we are going to have serious issues. At home. We really want to give Colchester to someone. Because we're going to have faction problems coming out of our ears now. Right, we need to deal with this. Lanciano, Messina, Lecce, Prince Alan. Prince Alan, how could you? Against a fellow Alan. Right, then we can beat. Alan 2 is going to live to like 110. I kind of want him dead. He's bland as fuck. He's a proper Blallen. Oh, William was so good. Right, you know what we're going to do? Where is our lovely sister? If she is plotting against us, that should pretty much sort the situation out very quickly. We need to give away some territory. That's 2 over. And we kind of maybe give away Benevento for now as well. And then we're only 1 over. Oh, we can't get Benevento away because it's got a fucking... Oh, we can, we just have to do it directly. That Liberty faction is going to fire. This is why we need this fucking war over. Really need this war over. Our player heir is our guardian. It's not going well, chap. Life comes at you pretty fast. I think we're going to have to accept we're going to lose that. Fucking Bohemia's got Capua now as well. A little fucker. That's our rival. Right, we need out of this war. Factions against us are going to fire anyway. Problem is the money hit. Right, he can have that for now. We're not going to win that. Problem is, if we... This war is... it's a pain. We just need to wipe peace out of this war. If we can wipe peace out of this war, we're fine. I can pull it together if we wipe peace out of this war. He's going to have to go stewardship in case he survives. Like, where's she fucking off to? We really... Who are we betrothed to? Who the fuck are you? No one important anymore. Are you our vassal who is stopping from plotting against us? Can we marry our mother to someone for an alliance? I don't think we can. Yes. The Holy Roman Empire. Okay, that is going to deal with our... Where's she even gone? Is she sailing all the way around to like siege us down around here? Split that army in two. I wish I knew where our armies were. I can only assume they're going to siege our territory somewhere else. I don't want to move these too far away from each other. So that's going to fire, but that's fine because we've got the Holy Roman Emperor on our side now. So we'll just call him in on that one. We're just losing money at an unenviable rate. Stop this nonsense. My grandmother is not haunting our halls. Someone's trying to kill my sister. Can you not kill my sister, please? I really kind of need her at this point. Yeah, she's got all the way around to Tortoli. Righto, have fun. I kind of actually want to win this war now, and we can. If all our troops are around there, then we just need to finish these sieges off and we'll win. Alan. We keep ending up with Allans in this run. We are Alan cursed. Right, one more siege and we get this. We do. We end up with Allans at every turn. Right. Wow, we're losing money. We are actually losing money. There we go. That's a bit better. Right, we're now 8. We need to get rid of some shit. Benevento we can get rid of by giving it to someone. I feel like we should actually deal with the fucking Bohemia and get that back before the fucking Holy Roman Emperor takes it. But we've got that faction to deal with first. Well, it's all getting very interesting. That's what I love about Crusader Kings. It's like how quickly you can go from going, yeah, we're absolutely flying here, to, oh shit, we just got assassinated and now we're a tiny, bland kid called Alan with no discernible skills.